Jack and I were watching TV last night, and we may be the only people who watch commercials. And a commercial was on last night. It was a commercial for a bank, and it had a picture of a radar of a hurricane saying all the avocados are going to be ruined because of this hurricane. And so everybody ran out and bought avocados. And then it said, no, avocados are safe. Now the hurricane is going to take over prunes. And then they had all these old people coming to buy prunes. It was, it was a really terrible commercial. And then Jack yelled, inappropriate. And it was inappropriate. It was inappropriate for a lot of different things. But right now, there's a devastating hurricane, tropical storm that is pummeling Texas. That commercial on in the middle of this hurricane was just not appropriate. I don't know, not necessarily a wise business decision. And it got me thinking, sometimes a vlogger or a speaker has to really be aware of context, be aware of the audience, be aware of their surroundings when they may think a post is of vital importance, but when you look back at it, it could be considered wrong timing, bad taste, and that could negatively impact your brand. I used to teach public speaking years ago, and one of the things I taught was rhetorical situation. And rhetorical situation is really the context a speaker has when delivering and communicating a message. It's kind of like marrying your audience with you and the message, ensuring that you know who your audience is and you have the context behind who your audience is, and you understand then how to craft your message, because you're not crafting a message in a vacuum. You have to understand your surroundings, understanding what's happening in the world today. So I was thinking about that. I was thinking about posting a particular vlog the other day. If you followed my vlog, you see that a friend of mine is very ill in the hospital, and I was talking about emergency checklists because it just was this organic topic that came out of a situation. And when I did the vlog, I did it completely opposite, and I focused more on her, and I thought, that's not in good taste. She's struggling in the hospital. She's suffering. Her friends and family are worried about her. So I didn't post it. I changed it, and I moved it more in terms of how it affected me in some silly situation where my mom got locked out of the house when she was watching my dogs while we were out of town. That made it more palatable, and I don't know that I did it right, but ensuring that this was not about preparing for a horrible Texas hurricane. To post or not to post should always be a question for vloggers, for writers, for advertisers. When is it bad taste? You can't always know that there's going to be a terrible hurricane or something that comes out of the blue, but you can react quickly if you have something out there that doesn't sort of mesh with the message. So maybe some suggestions would be, before you post, perhaps A, understand your audience. Make sure that whatever you're posting resonates with them. B, understand what's going on around you in the world today. If something really tragic is happening, you must acknowledge it. And if what you're posting goes counter to what is going on in the world today, you must really think about it before you post. And then C, if something is not being said about a situation, a current situation, that you feel, if there's a gap and you feel that there's something that you have to say that could help the situation, then by all means post. These are just some thoughts that I was having, and I will absolutely go back to my public speaking training and really think about the rhetorical situation. Is this helping or is this hurting? It's kind of a conundrum. What is your business plan when it comes to figuring out if you should post or not post? Hope this is helpful. This was something I've been really thinking about lately, and hope you have a great rest of Tuesday. This is Lynne's Life. Come along for the ride.